My name is Heather Coco Senza, Coco Chanel, YSL, Mrs. Smith. Where is Dylan? Inmate Y12173. Putting on makeup, ticket stack. Says she's working, never that. Working is just not my jam. Rainbow mom with a master plan. Cadillac CTS, she blew up. Says it's stolen, sold for bucks. Team had to go crazy in her eyes. Calls a gang stalking nationwide. Tesla glare, headlights blink. Come in me, plate stalking is what she thinks. United States of Illinois. Crazy making curated lies, stealing all of my stuff. Spies, fake eviction notice, surprise. United States of Illinois. Remo mom, cyborg mind, nefarious. The voice is amplified.
Shout out to Alyssa and her mom.
Twins gone fast, text the boss. Sent the pic, that job was lost. Pregnant again in Chicago snow. Tinted Belmont toilet, no. I'm being tech box, can't you see? Held in a tent, conspiracy. Yacht club power extension cord. Hair dryer heat, fuck the law. They stole my kid. She screams online. A newborn in a tent. She's out of her mind. United States of Illinois. Healthcare expert beyond compare. Turkey mini loaf aroma in the air. They won't let me talk to my kids, unfair. United States of Illinois. Butter filters and ear tube mic noise. Look alive, investors hear my voice. Make it make sense, paranoid. Savior making faces at the cam. Gold pumps on, thinks he's glam. Eyebrows gone, that smile's a shame. Tight pants cutting off blood to the brain. Dresses like a lady, struts real proud. Thinks his tweet made weed legal, what a clown. Doppelganger X, which one's real? Xavier's got a button, what's the deal? What is going on in his head? Shout out to Dolly Parton. Como es en este pinche mundo que una mujer está llorando, gritando, llamando a la pinche policía y nunca vienen. Pero cuando está raining outside, tengo mucho frío, no tengo fucking socks. They stole all my fucking socks. They stole all my fucking socks. Arrested, screaming, losing her shit. Don't take my mom bracelets, legit. Botox attack, half her face. They broke in and injected meat case. Pooping in her toilet again. Files police reports to the end. Feed a lot of kids named Scrambled Tide. None of them is shit, she's not too bright. Says they remotely make her piss in her car. Excuse me, miss. United States of Illinois. I wanna file charges on everybody. Where are my sponsors? Somebody. United States of Illinois. Pancakes and duster. It's a turn up.
Welcome to Feral Friday, you guys. Let me put this down here. How you guys doing? Hit the piss button, the remote urination button. Heather didn't give us much this week. It was fucking like a minute and a half of video, and she wrote a story on Facebook, and then Loco Coco uploaded some stuff from 2021. So we'll go over some of those videos to fill out time. I don't know how long the story is going to take. I'll read this silly story. The silly story that she wrote. I drank extra caffeine to get through it. Hopefully. It's not that crazy. I mean, it's Heather Gillespie talking about herself in third person. I'm sure it's going to be crazy, but like, hopefully it doesn't break my brain too much. This is what I got put together from this week video-wise. It's not much, though. Not much. This is it.
So it's letting me film the live.
Oh, this might have been from last week, actually. I just didn't put it in. This is her showing us what it looks like on her end when she's trying to do a live stream on YouTube.
Hold on 1 second. Let me stop so that I could safely operate my phone. So it's letting me film the live, but it's preventing me from any reach. And then every once in a while, it starts putting a bunch of people here and making the comments go crazy, saying stuff like, kill yourself, your tooth is ugly, you're going to live in a tent your whole life.
So just business as usual, right? I don't know. Maybe that means the live isn't working. It's not recording. Has she ever tried to watch the recordings back? It's like 4 minutes of not even 4 minutes, like 15 seconds of nonsense, but she was live for an hour and a half.
If you're a dumb bitch, you're a slut, you're a prostitute, you're a crackhead, you can die, your kids are better off without you. And I've been reporting this to the FBI.
To the FBI.
As well as local law enforcement since it began in 2019.
Oh, this, I'd take the music out of this. Let me find some copyright free music. What is the newest? Oh, Intergalactic is still the newest. What about Ancient Civilizations that I swear is spelled wrong? Let's listen to this one to it. So she's doing laundry, as you can see. She looks just fucking confused and shit. Okay, no more of that. That music is more... If it suits it better than the music she used. It was some piano, like... I'm such a fairy princess music, but she's a space case, so that music, well, maybe it was a little ominous. This one's weird because she says she doesn't go to the bathroom when she's working or eat, and she forgets that she needs to let other people. So I'm just picturing like Xavier in the back pissing his pants with her, like, you know, she pisses her pants, remote control urination, and doesn't feed him. He's like dying of starvation, pissing his pants. He's like, oh, I forgot. I'm a machine, but maybe Xavier isn't.
I work, I don't eat, I don't use the restroom. I'm like a machine. And sometimes it's difficult because I forget that other people have to.
Forget that other people have to. Like Xavier in the backseat. Poor Xavier. That's her only coworker. She doesn't work with people. And that's it. That's it from this week. Here, guys, let's read this crazy story. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's not what this is. Here we go. So this is Heather Gillespie, the Facebook. I should probably zoom in over here because she shows her ass on the left, and I don't want that on my YouTube channel. So we're going to come down here to this is the story. Pretty long story. Let's get into it, I guess. Are you ready? I'm ready. Happy Friday. Heather Gillespie never imagined that the hardest chapters of her life were actually training. By all outward appearances, she was simply a mother of four: Viviana, Lewis, Alexis, girl emoji, and Weston, holding her world together with quiet resilience. Bill's name... Oh, Bill's... Bill's name. Bills, like bills yet to pay, came and went like storms. Mercifulstorm.com. Time never stretched far enough, and the adversity seems to arrive in waves. Yet through every setback, Heather developed something rare: a mind that noticed patterns. A heart that refused to give up, and instincts she couldn't explain. Was she a mutant? Was she an X-Man? It began with a feeling, not fear, clarity. One evening after putting Weston to bed... What? After putting Weston to bed? She's never had Weston. You never put Weston to bed. What is this? Is just made up storyland? Is this the first chapter for now? It can't be. Unless it's revised. because she's been working on the novel for a very long time before Weston was born. So that wouldn't really make sense if this is the first chapter, unless she just threw him in there. Or she forgot her kids' names, and maybe she met Lewis. Anyways, after putting Weston to bed, which is something that's never happened in reality, and helping Alexis with her homework, Heather noticed something strange. A news broadcast flickered on the television just for a second. In that instant, she saw a code beneath the image. Not words, not numbers. Something structured. Alive. What do you mean alive? I thought you were going to be like hieroglyphics. Been watching a lot of alien stuff lately. So I thought you were going to be like, it was hieroglyphics, man. The moment passed, but Heather didn't. Don't worry. Remote urination's on the way. Remote bowel movements. The moment passed, but Heather didn't pass. Over 24 hours, everything unraveled and came together. I haven't read this, by the way. I was like, I'll save this for stream, so this is just my first reaction to everything. So over the next 24 hours, everything around came together. A man appeared at her door the next morning, calm, precise. Oh, is this David Shepard? He spoke her name like he'd known her forever. Heather Gillespie, he said. You've already been working for us. Oh, this is the man in black. She laughed at first. Ho, ho, ho. That kind of laugh that comes from exhaustion more than humor. Okay. What a fucking novelist Heather Gillespie is. Do you think she got ChatGPT to write this? But then he showed her things, files. Actually, ChatGPT wouldn't be this delusional. Well, maybe. I'm thinking like Heather's ChatGPT, if it's just learning from Heather Gillespie, maybe it would be this crazy. Recordings, moments from her life she couldn't explain. Times she had just known where to be. I feel like if she had just known where to be, she wouldn't be in the position of life she is right now. Like, this is just completely wrong. But this is also like a made up story, obviously. She never put Weston to bed. People I remotely helped Alexis with her homework, being a remote mom. People she had helped without realizing the scale of what she'd prevented. What? What prevented what? She sounds like James Soroka now. You're an FBI agent. No. That's not how you become an FBI agent. What? That's not right. Oh my goodness. You're an FBI agent, he said. An investigator. You were activated subconsciously. That's not how the FBI works either. That's when the second truth hit harder. The system you work for, he continued. It's compromised. Heather felt it instantly. Not disbelief, recognition. All those instincts, all those moments where something felt off, they weren't accidents. All those times they were stealing recorders and shit, like that's just the FBI training her, seeing if she recognized the patterns to become a good FBI agent. That's what's up. There weren't accidents, there were warnings. Within hours, Heather made a decision that would change everything. She walked away from the system that trained her. Not out of rebellion, but purpose, because if the people in charge couldn't be trusted, then someone else had to step in. Someone who understood both survival and compassion. Someone who had lived through adversity and still chose to protect others. Someone like her. I thought it was going to be Xavier or Dylan or something. That night, Heather began her own mission. She didn't have a badge anymore. You never had a badge to begin with. They didn't give you a badge. You were activated subconsciously, right? Carrie, thank you for becoming a good little angel. Also, when the music was playing, Patty, thank you for being a member for 3 months. I can't find the thing. That's too far up now. So anyway, she didn't have a badge anymore that she never knew she had to begin with. But she had something stronger. Clarity, skill, and an unbreakable reason to fight her children. Not fight her children, but like her children are her reason for fighting. What was the alive thing she saw on the TV? And somehow, as if the universe had been waiting for her to choose, everything started aligning. People found her, not random people who had seen what she could do, quiet observers, independent networks, individuals who had been searching for someone exactly like her. You operate outside of the corruption, one of them told her. That makes you the most valuable kind of protector. This is the chatter in her head. They made her an offer, not a contract, something closer to trust. $200,000 a year, all expenses covered, resources, protection, anonymity, or autonomy? Autonomy, not anonymity. What the fuck am I saying? Autonomy. But more importantly, freedom to help people without interference. Heather didn't hesitate. She accepted. And then something even stranger happened. The world shifted. Not metaphorically, literally. Like COVID happened? That she means COVID happened. That same night, when she sat with Viviana, Lewis, Alexis, and Weston, the air around them seemed to ripple. The room felt larger, deeper, like layers of reality were peeling back. Mom, Alexis whispered, do you see that? Heather did. So this is like, so Heather was an FBI agent who was subconsciously activated, where she had all of her kids and shit, and she quit the FBI, and then the FBI rippled her into another timeline? Is that where this is going? And now she's in this timeline where they're helping dolphins, but not her, and everyone thinks she's crazy, but she knows the truth because she's an FBI agent.
Thanks for the beans. You're up at my broadcast throwing me beans?
At midnight_lattes super chatted $1.99, a reward for reading a long passage. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Thank you, Midnight Lattes. This is pretty good. I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was going to be like a one long run-on sentence like Tony Michael John's. This is almost as interesting. This might be more interesting than... Who the fuck was that guy? The guy in the murder case? Corey Richards' boyfriend? Those love messages? Those were something. But okay, so Heather saw the ripple. There's a ripple, right? A glowing framework, like the structure of existence itself, unfolded before them. The matrix of creation. Oh, have you guys seen Reboot? You know when the thing goes down? I think they call that the Matrix. Don't they call that the Matrix? And then they play a game and then they get out of the Matrix? Or something like that. That's what I think she's describing here. I think Heather was born in 87. She probably watched Reboot growing up. Not a simulation, not a trick. A deeper layer of reality where intention, action, and truth shaped the world directly. And somehow, Heather and her children were being invited in. She looked at them, her reason for everything, and smiled. We're not just surviving anymore, she said softly. We're stepping into what we were meant for. This is where I thought it was going. Hand in hand, the Gillespie family moved forward into a place where Heather's strength, her sacrifices, and her courage finally made sense. They made sense. She wasn't just a mother who endured adversity. She was a protector, a truth seeker, a force powerful enough to challenge corruption itself. And now, with her family beside her and a mission of her own, she wasn't just navigating the world. She was helping rewrite it. 29 fucking likes. Who liked this? I don't know. I think we can find out by hovering over there, but I won't do that to those people. Maybe they liked it just to bookmark it or something. That's wacky. I don't know what the point of this is. Is there any comments? Can you comment? Does she have comments? I think she has comments off. There's no comment button. What the fuck was that? The fuck was that? What was that? When was this written? This was 22 hours ago. Okay. So that was the Heather Gillespie Facebook. That's it from this week. That's all she did this week, you guys. Unless she did something else that I just don't know about. I guess I should have checked before I went live, but I'll check Instagram really quick right now. Like super quick. Her profiles. It doesn't look like there's any new stories. So I'm going to say no. Loco Coco uploaded, I think, 4 videos. 4 videos of Heather from 2021. I don't think I've seen any of these. I think we've seen a bit of this last one where she's fighting with the gym lady on the phone, but I think we've only seen 14 minutes of that. And this is like an hour long. So that's, I don't think we'll even get to that this week. If next week is slow, we'll probably get to that. I can just save this playlist after. But we'll at least watch these two. And then probably this one. How long? We're only 20 minutes in. Maybe Heather Gillespie will go live. Let's manifest that. Maybe Heather Gillespie will go live right now. Between now and very near the future.
Hang on.
It's just this hope. So this is 3 months before the Mount Claire. 5 days before. Okay. Yeah, Local Girl also uploaded the Dave apartment. But we've seen that. We've seen that a bunch of times. I don't know what this one is. This work is not my jam. She needs to talk so I can see like if the audio needs to be adjusted.
Evil cookies, delicious. So who's in Chicago? Anyone in Chicago? You guys in Chicago? Who's in Chicago? Who's in Chicago? Did I get the job? Yeah, I did. I just don't have a car or any way to get there, so we'll see what happens. I think I'm just gonna give up working. I don't think it's my jam. I'm just over it. So if you guys just want to take care of me, I'm accepting donations. Thank you for asking. That was really sweet. You're clearly a doll. Oh, wait, what? No, never mind. Your mom's house.
Mom's house.
Anyone else?
Hey, Sissy, thank you for being a good little angel for 8 months.
So anyways, what are you guys up to this weekend? Anything fun and exciting? I miss my kids so much. I want to do like Halloween stuff, like the pumpkin patch and light a bunch of apple cinnamon candles.
That's not gonna get your kids back. Okay.
Thank you.
The smell of the candles will lure them. Like the, isn't that how they got Hansel and Gretel? Yeah, I thought I was getting Hansel and Gretel mixed up in my head with a fucking Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Anyways, wasn't it the smell like gingerbread? What you want to light candles for? That's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I went into the sex toy store 2 days ago, and ever since I did that, I just started glowing again. It was the weirdest thing. It's like, I don't want to shoot sexy content again, but
we might have to because of the sexy glow. She, on Love After Lockup, she bought a sex toy, and I was like, this is the best one, to the, I don't know, the camera person? I don't think there's a person, like, interviewing her or anything. She's just, like, they're like, do your thing, either we'll film you, and she's talking to, like, I swear it's like the camera person or something, right?
something about it just gives me a whole entire aura. And I have no money, so I need to do something about that ASAP. Definitely not porn. If you guys ever see any porn, meaning me with another person, know for a fact I did not consent to it at all in any way, shape, or form.
Well, thankfully, I've not seen that.
I would never, ever, ever, ever. Yeah, it was an eye doctor job, yeah. They were really cool. It seemed like a really dope practice to work at. The doctors seemed really nice.
Isn't this another job where she just, like, kind of showed up there and started working, but they didn't hire her? And they were like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. She's like, oh, but I brought in a fruit platter. She did that. I know she did that for a fact at the gym, but I swear she did that at the eye doctor. Something similar happened at the eye doctor place.
And they were about
The optometrist. I think that's what it's called, right?
to hire me, but then I was like, yeah, I have no transportation, and it's kind of far north. And then winter's coming, and winter in Chicago is like such a headache. So since they took my car and my house, I kind of can't be reliable for them in that suburb. So I didn't want to lie. I had to be honest. I could have told a bullshit story, and I'm sure they would have hired me.
If you weren't hired, you don't have the job. What the fuck? She said she had this job. Is that a slip? If I wasn't homeless, I would have got hired, but I did have the job.
I'm overqualified for that position. I'm qualified for that position. But yeah, they were cool.
She fucked it up really bad, and I don't think she was making the payments on it, so it kind of it went away. It's gone. The car is gone.
What? I don't know, the comment went up too fast. Who wants to join? Who wants to join my live?
That's crazy. You would never see that today.
I feel like they're all fake. I feel like all of them are fake.
Did she what's his name? I get it. I always get it fucked up. It's either Ed or Eric. One of the two. It's an E name. Did they call in one time or something? What made her stop getting the haters to call in? I've never seen her fight one of the haters. I don't see why they wouldn't call in. So I'm just assuming one of them did. Or someone who actually knows shit about her. Or maybe Dylan. And then she stopped taking call-ins. Because that's... I'll take it back. On TikTok, I think it was last year. Can't remember what month. When she was in one of those hotels with Xavier after her kid was born. She was on there with some mustache guy on TikTok, but that was more like a TikTok battle. It wasn't telling a hater in chat to come up and talk shit verbally because she doesn't think they're real.
Wow. Okay, so this is what I do. You know who I do it to? I'll give you two guesses.
What's with her in this hat?
I'm never gonna
doing
scrambled, scrambled, scrambled.
The fuck is this?
Anyways, I got a really cute skirt for tomorrow night. I'm going to Tao. That's Tao, T-A-O, in Chicago, Ontario, and some other shit.
Elizabeth from 2021.
We have, this is going to be my first time going out for quite some time. I got a really cute skirt, adorable, so cute. And I'm just going to wear it with a black bra type bikini style top and I really want some gaudy black boots to go with it. It's so abnormal, but I feel like that's kind of my jam.
Not work, but this outfit. Where are we keeping this outfit? Is this in our backpack or something? The bag here? It'd have to be, I'm assuming.
So I might have to go get some tonight. But right now I'm going to the gym because I already took a day and a half off. Well, I stayed with my friend Michael. Actually, I slept in his car last night. I'm still waiting for the court system to reopen so that I can file lawsuits against everyone who stole from me. And get my house back. If the court system stays closed much longer, I'm literally gonna have to take matters into my own hands and just show up there with my knife. Literally.
Never wielded a knife.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, you're in my house. Who are you and why are you in my house? Give me my house back.
It was my computer telling me, hey bud, your camera's gonna fucking die. And I was like, oh no. I should probably plug that in, and that's why I got all close to you guys for a second, because I had to shove a cord in your ass. Not literally, just in the camera. Little Starface.
No, it's not. Not in Chicago. Listen, what's your name? Idiot. Stop coming on my page and talking about things that are not the case. I live here. I pass.
Oh, this is the other thing I was talking about too. Like, look, that's new. That 3.5 shit. I'll show you what an old one looks like. An old one looks like hold up. Which way is this? It's like this. That's what the old one looks like. This is what the new one looks like. No, that's upside down. Anyways, but it's different. It's different.
Ask the court system on a daily basis. It's not open. Stop saying it's open. It is not open. Stussy, ill. Get off my page. Yuck. Again, like I've repeated a million times, if you're only committed to being a piece of shit douchebag, don't do it on my page. My page is for kindness and friendly people, not assholes and douchebags. Douchebags. douche. So anyhow, I miss my kids. I miss my sister. Haven't seen her for the longest. Not sure where she's at.
Her sister? I've never heard about her sister.
And oh my God, I saw someone who looked like one of my exes 30 years from now, about 5 minutes ago. I was like, what the hell? Is that him? Have I been frozen or something?
I feel like I've heard that before.
Other than that, well, that's really about it. If you guys need personal training, web design,
That's the update?
marketing, DM me. The DM is open. It's
Peace and nachos.
definitely not going down in the DM, but the DM is open for business inquiries. No one works anymore. I wonder if I'm the only one alive. Like, what is really going on?
No, there's other people alive. You're all that banging in the back? Those are people doing, like, work. Because it's their jam. She's so weird, man.
Don't care. Bye.
Is that how it ends? That might be how it ends.
Hi guys.
She did the wrong hand. There's her tattoo. But like, she was resting on this hand. How am I supposed to know you're Heather Gillespie? You're showing the wrong fucking hand.
So I'm convinced that the world is ended or ending. The criminal justice system is shut down completely. It's all fucked up. I've been being followed for 5 or 6 years now. Stalked, harassed, slandered. There will be like a week or two of a break where no one will do anything, and then it picks up again. I'm at a completely different
It's crazy. She's been saying the same shit for 5 years.
Airbnb. I was crying.
She's so sweet in this one? Is she?
I woke up early, like ready to go.
Are you being sarcasm?
I leave the Airbnb and there's a group of like 6 or 7 people standing right outside, staring me down like in an intimidating manner, rolling their eyes, like saying little shit
Yeah, she has a script for Adderall.
under their breath. Again, no one knows my situation as a stranger unless someone has told them, right? Like, I'm not fucking famous walking down the street where millions of people just know me. So clearly there's something deeper going on here still. I'm tired of it, whatever it is. Someone from like 5-6 years ago that I met one time and turned into a complete stalker, showing up at my house, and when I moved my other house.
Is she talking about Dylan? Because you were at Dylan's house. And you got evicted from Dylan's place, you wackadoodle. What? She must be talking about someone else, right?
House, showed up at my storage locker and left bullets outside of it a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Where the fuck is anyone? Like,
Do you guys think Dylan did that?
I've literally been filing reports of all this shit. Police.
I mean, he could. He might have. I don't know why. I don't know. Heather Gillespie's not that big of a enemy. She's not that big of a problem that I think we need to go to those lengths.
Reports in court. Requests to go in front of a judge. Since 2017, 18? All of them are uploaded here and on my other social media. How much more of this is gonna go on before someone does their job? I'm over it. Over it. So now I'm at the laundromat, and I did make a new friend. He's cool, really cool, and not like in a sexual way, just cool. But I am having a hard time focusing on any like growth and development of any relationship, interpersonally or otherwise, with all this
This is Eric. Eric turns on her in the future.
shit going on, and it's like now you have to factor in like everything that they've been doing to me for all these years. Not only has it been affecting me, but also my children. Like, my children have been taking a lot of bullshit, like, from these asshole children, and their parents, and
They're what asshole children?
and who even knows who anymore.
Do kids watch Love After Lockup? Her kids would have been young at this point. Young-ish. Like, what? Vivi's 18? Maybe 19 now? I don't know. I don't keep track of the kids' ages, but I'm just trying to dial it back. I don't think they would be old. I don't think any of the kids would know. Unless they told them.
Last year, luckily, they pulled my kids out of where they were and
Imagine Heather Gillespie told them.
taught them how to stab. No, I'm just kidding. But for real though, it's just over with. Thank you. Yeah, why hasn't anyone? Like, where's the whole entire city of Chicago? Where's everyone continues to sit here and like say like, oh, that must not be true, or how would you know they were following you, or blah, 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 blah. Again, there's video, hours and hours of video and photo of random cars following me with vanity plates that say something disgusting and vulgar, and they go out and rent the same car that I have before they do it.
How do you know it's real? Maybe this person just has that vanity plate and the same car as you, bro. Why is this such a big deal? How is this targeting?
Like, that's so much effort. And then like some of the private conversations I had with Dylan on the prison phone, like saying things about my life that I have not.
It just makes me convinced that she said that nutting me on the license plate. She's like, why would she think that's so specific to her? Oh my God, they know you said that? Like, what the fuck?
Never said out loud before. Strangers are walking up to me and throwing that shit in my face. So were you listening on the call while I was on the phone?
What does Brooke say? If it don't apply, let it fly, honey. Right? Like, that's why. Like, if it's fucking, yeah, there's gonna be another person who's gonna have the same car as you in life. They're possibly gonna have a vanity plate, and unless that vanity plate applies to you, it shouldn't have this reaction to it.
With Dylan, or were you also listening to me being raped and abused, and just then decided to make fun of me for my personal issues, but ignore all of the abuse, or what's really going on? Like, because I'm lost. I'm so confused. No, I'm not trying to this is not a propaganda publicity stunt. I don't fuck Dr. Phil. Like, are you serious? I'm good.
I was watching a lot of Dr. Phil today.
Dr. Phil's not even a real fucking doctor, dude. Fuck Dr. Phil. Fuck Dr. Phil.
There's a channel. They made me take this fucking TV box thing. I finally plugged it in today. So I was like, what's on TV these days? And it's like, you need to pay for this channel, you need to pay for that channel. But there's the Dr. Phil channel that's just Dr. Phil 24/7 and it's free. So yeah, I was watching a lot of Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil kind of, you know what he does? He just gets a whole bunch of people with the same problem in the same room, has everyone go like at them, and he doesn't fix anything. He just walks off. He's like, all right, bye guys. And then they're all like clapping at him and the camera's pointing in at them. And you're like, I know these people aren't going to change. And that's Dr. Phil. I've just seen highlights and clips like on YouTube, like whatever's on the fucking Dr. Phil channel, where they'll just put like his most profound statements all in a row and be like, he fixed things. He doesn't fix shit, man. He doesn't fix anything.
There was 5 other people back there, disorder conduct. Do you not see that I'm homeless? Do you know what that does to a person's psychology? Do you know who I am? Do you know? I was not disorderly conduct.
At Lexi_Lily super chatted $4.99. Happy Feral Friday, Steve and chat dancer man dancing party popper partying face.
Aw, thank you, Lexi. Thank you for the vibe.
I'm not dealing with these old ass fucking doctors who are.
Now, Judge Judy. I watch watching Dr. Phil. I just don't think he's solving anything. I love Judge Judy though. I think she's solving everything.
Fucking older than a dinosaur and don't know shit from their fucking a hole from their asshole. Like, no, not gonna happen.
He did drop the ball on Jeremy DeWitt.
Dr. Phil, get the fuck out of here. I'm a grown ass woman who worked a regular job. Numerous regular jobs. I'm articulate. I have 3 children. I don't have issues with abuse of drugs and alcohol. I don't have mental health issues. Again.
Dr. Phil sensationalizes people and situations for views. So do I, but I'm not a doctor. I don't try to pretend that I am a doctor.
This is going back far, like early childhood.
Get them to come and arrest me! I just walked 12 miles!
And that is perfectly fine, and I will allow you to pay for your...
Hurry up and check me out before I go to jail!
At Kylie Mikey super chatted $3.48. Yeah, baby, Feral Friday.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you for the 5. Happy Feral Friday. Might be Feral Saturday in Australia, probably, because it's pretty late on Friday here.
They've been using me to gather information on various, things, missions, I guess you could call them. And then in order to cover
missions
it up, they try to make me the heel of it. So they try to blame me for everything. It's kind of...
Who the fuck is exploiting us? We need help, help us. Okay. I keep a Glock on me, motherfucker.
At Kylie Mikey super chatted $3.48, but not limited to.
I'm glad I did a Heather one. I was just going in to check off the Brooke ones, because Brooke ones don't really apply here. But thank you for the other 5, Kylie. I appreciate you.
Kind of like, what's the best word to use? It's definitely not a conspiracy. It's provable. I have all the proof. Just like last year when in 2019, when Dylan came home and he was beating the fuck out of me and stealing my medicine and my money and doing all these things because he was in a drug-fueled rage himself because the city or the state, I don't know who, was trying to force him to reconnect with like other people who were up to no good. Not up to no good like
nefarious individuals.
Like, you know, poor people or dirty people or people who are homeless. Because I'm so sick of fucking hearing the rich people talk about how someone is up to no good just because they have nowhere to go. Like, shut the fuck up. Buy them a house. Get them an apartment.
It's been done before. They wreck it. And then they buy a bunch of drugs, they OD, and then they die. And the people have that on their conscience. I wouldn't buy Heather Gillespie a house.
Or don't judge them. Just because someone doesn't...
There's resources available to her. She eventually took them. Eventually, after they took her kid.
...have anywhere to sleep doesn't mean they're up to no good. So let's clarify that, first of all. And second of all, it's just... You can't force someone to do things that's out of their character and then punish them for doing the things. Like, that's entrapment. Stop it already. Get the fuck away from me. Stop stalking me on social media and saying all this bullshit here. Stop sending random people who don't even know me. And here's the thing, most of these people who they're sending to like talk shit to me, they have no idea what the real situation is or what I'm capable of. You know, they have no idea. I'm not a violent person, but I mean, for how many years do they think this is going to go on, that people can just continue to, you know, broadcast my fucking private business to groups of strangers?
Who is broadcasting her private business other than her? I would love to know.
Every single Airbnb I stay at.
Even not used, put her courtship behind a paywall. Like, it wasn't just like out there in the open. You had to pay, I don't know, I didn't pay for it, $5 or something to see it.
Every single hotel I check into before I snap off. You know, I mean, what's a reasonable amount of time? I have. Have you watched any of the lives? I've gone to the police. If you've looked at any of my other videos or any of the photos or videos, you can clearly and easily see that I have gone to the police numerous times. I have numerous police reports as recently as less than a month ago and stretching as far back as 2015. Oh, I don't tell anyone where I'm going. They've limited my contact so severely that I really don't even, I'm in almost complete isolation, I would say 80% of the time. Over the last 2 years.
Watch the videos, honey.
Oh, and they're not just doing it to me. They're doing it to a lot of people. Children included. So... Luckily, we took care of that last year.
What?
But they're not stopping, and I don't understand why.
What do you mean you take care of that last year? What children are you talking to that are going through whatever this is? I'm just picturing her beating up with a bunch of homeless kids on the street, being like, "There's there people cyberbullying you? Don't worry. We'll go get them. Tell me where they live." And she took care of it last year. What the fuck are we talking about, Heather Gillespie?
No, this didn't start prior to Dylan. This started when I met Dylan. Before Dylan, I mean, I had drama in my life. Like, I would not have enough money to pay my rent or whatever because I was a single mom and I wasn't rich. But I was never physically assaulted. I was never stabbed. I was never jumped and beaten with a tire iron, resulting in the need for staples in my head. I was never thrown out of my home by the police. I was like, it's just the
people ask you to leave, their place is not your place, and you try to play squatter and the police show up, that's on you. You shouldn't pick up homeless people off the street and live with them in your car for like days at a time. They might not be cool, and they might beat you in the head with a tire iron. And I'm not saying that's right, but to avoid situations like that in the future, you stay away from homeless idiots. You know, like Xavier? And it doesn't seem like she learns.
The shit that's gone on, and explain to me how Dylan.
I should clarify. Xavier didn't beat her in the head with a tire iron, but he's homeless like that guy was, and she's deciding to live with another homeless person, which is stupid.
A man on parole can beat the fuck out of me in front of police, and I'm taken and removed from the home, not on parole, with no record, not having beaten him. I want to know where he is, and if he's okay, because I have a feeling that they did some other weird stuff to him too.
What's going on, MZR?
But nothing is provable with the stuff pertaining to him. But again, you guys, there's a long list. Dylan is another.
I mean, Xavier would have ended up homeless. Well, his other girlfriend ended up homeless on the Skids Row.
He's another scapegoat, just like me, just like a bunch of other people. I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I refuse. Like, I literally refuse. That's why I do these broadcasts. But they just need someone to blame, and so they choose whoever's easiest, and it's fucked up.
Yep. Faces. The faces.
Do you guys think that people who post are happy or okay? I
Depends who.
love it when new people try to like pretend like they know, because you guys are the next victims, just so you know. Keep talking shit, keep running your fucking mouth, keep trying to blame people who have nothing to do with it. That's why you're next. That's why you're next. What's your name?
I haven't been next. You think after all this time I would have been next by now? You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day.
I'm not gonna broadcast it. They got you.
I don't know what it is. That was some crazy, ominous shit. So much more ominous back in the day. And now she's
just so everyone knows,
falling asleep or something.
I screen record all these comments so that I can have them, and I will be posting them. We keep
You wanna read this shit?
a list, a log of all of the people who slander me here on Instagram. This has been an ongoing investigation, so be very careful. No, anyone who knows me in real life is not concerned about my mental status. They're concerned about the fact that you people won't stop slandering, harassing, following, insulting. And Love After Lockup is a joke. Like, it's a joke.
Yeah, it's reality TV. I don't think anyone would even care. Honestly, you're the one who keeps bringing it up. What was I gonna say? Oh, the police care about all the people online expressing their freedom of speech, but not all the grapes and everything? What? That's crazy.
I've never been with someone who qualified to be on a show like that before. I've never had any interest in being in a show.
You know, it's not very good if you end up on a show like that, because they're looking for the, what is it, the evil trifecta of personality disorders or whatever, where you're like narcissist. I don't know. I'll find the term.
Show like that before. I don't much care for the white trash talk shows. Not my cup of tea. Sorry.
The Dark Triad. Is that what I said? I said I searched the evil triad. That's fucking close enough. So it's narcissism, Machiavellianism, which is like cunning or manipulation, and psychopathy. Psychopathy? Being a psychopath. Being a narcissist, a psychopath, and being manipulative is those three things that they look for people they want to cast on reality TV because they know it's going to make for good TV. That's that you don't want to be fucking qualified for reality TV.
It's just so sad. All of the people who comment here are like literally like trash. Like trash. It's
honestly, Dr. Phil probably looks for those kind of people in his guests that he has on.
So fucked up. I've worked so hard to build.
Even though it's not technically reality TV, it's like it's a talk show, but still, it makes for good TV.
My following, and then I look at the comments, and it's like so sad. Like I would never go on someone's page and say some of this shit. It's just wild. Like who the fuck raised you?
Whoa.
Beauty has nothing or should have nothing to do with what you have. It does, but it shouldn't. It should be like, are you a good person? And by good person, that doesn't mean are you a fucking workhorse who does everything for everyone.
I like Love After Lockup. I haven't been keeping up with the new season because in my mind, I'm like, if I watch this, I have to make videos on it. And I'm like, I don't want to do anything. And then I canceled all my subscriptions to everything as well, except YouTube Premium, and the game console stuff.
And gets walked all over. That shit is dead. Dead as fuck. You're disgusting. You are the biggest trash of everyone commenting. So yuck.
I just gotta download the episodes.
It's hilarious. Like,
Maybe.
I just think it's hilarious. I'm literally in Chicago dealing with real shit. And I use Instagram to document it. And then I read the comments. And it's crazy because you guys are all included. You're all, not every one of you, but a big portion of you. You guys are fucked. You guys are fucked.
I wonder if anyone actually believes that.
Hey, Maddie's mom, why don't you go ahead and block yourself off my page, please? Thank you so much.
She a laundromat? Team got the gold crazy in your eyes.
It's so funny. Really? Pink Moon, I just want to ask you, when did you get your doctorate? When did you jump inside my body and assess the situation here? Because you have a lot of balls to make an assumption, a judgment like that. I was crying, and I
wish we could read the comments.
want to wipe it off. I think I like it. Let's see. All the shit that you guys have to say, 90% of you are fat. You don't work out.
There we go. There we go. This is what I guess Heather Gillespie values, or this is her being the same kind of person that she's criticizing these people for being. I guess she's like, oh, I'll just be a mean girl back or whatever. Oh yeah? I'm a terrible mom, but you're fat. Okay.
You're ugly as fuck inside and out, and you just sit around talking shit to people.
At least they have their kids, right? At least they're not a fucking drug addict.
So go somewhere else. This is my page where I could talk about whatever I want. You can fucking go somewhere else.
Garcia?
Exactly. If you don't like why, that's what I want to know. And so this is for the investigation as well. If this page was not created maliciously, if Love After Lockup did not intentionally and maliciously discredit and tarnish my reputation and my character through what they unlawfully portrayed. And let's not even get started.
How was it unlawful? You signed the contracts, right? You actually violated the contracts, and I assume they knew they couldn't get any money out of you, so they just like broke it. They're like, you can leave. We just get out of our fucking lives. I'm sure they could have sued you. You ripped out all the cameras, drove down a one-way street. She violated the terms of the contract. She agreed to be filmed for the stupid TV show. She dropped out after like a day and a half.
The contract, multiple lawyers have already overlooked it and said that it will not stand up in court. But if none of this was intentional, then
Nick Albuquerque is a better lawyer than all the lawyers who work for WeTV.
why is it that 90% of the people who come on here and comment on my live
Nah, that's from 2021.
are talking shit? And it all goes back to the show. It's like this giant wheel of shit. Before the show came out, I had not a single negative comment on my page. Nothing.
I'm sure there's this is a trait of one of these things in the dark triad, is like not being able to take accountability for anything and always needing something or someone to pass the blame off onto, like the show. It's just Dylan or the show. It's them, Dylan, or the show. That's the three things. Or her family. Her family left her in Jamaica or whatever, and yada, yada, yada. But she can't say, I fucked up. You know, I fucked up. I wanted to do drugs, and I wanted to be in an exciting relationship. I wanted to be on reality TV, and now I'm kind of paying for it, but I'm willing to work to get back to where things were before. But she's not willing to do that. She just wants, like, she literally wants just somebody to buy her a 5-bedroom house, and just life goes on. It doesn't work like that.
And I had 50,000, 40,000 followers. I was selling content, and I had no one on there who was mean.
They stabbed her 8 times, Stash.
All of the people who commented were fans. They wanted to buy content, and anyone who didn't like me just didn't come to my page. So that's what I'm trying to understand here. Like, what is it with you people? Is it just the show's demographic? Like, is that really it? Like, they just pick up trash viewers? So I literally have to erase my whole page and make a page for people who don't watch that piece of shit show? That show is so trash.
This would be a good experiment. How do we even conduct such an experiment? If you just gave Heather Gillespie, if you showed a group of people who have never seen Heather before in their lives, what would the majority of them think and say and do? Because I guarantee you it's not because of the fucking audience of the Love After Lockup or WeTV or anything. I just think that a majority of people see through your bullshit because we're living in the fucking 2020s and we're familiar with it. We've seen a lot of people like this online since social media. It's been around for a while.
No,
maybe in the
this
early
is not concerned. Kay Kales, you've been on my entire live stream. You've made about 14 ignorant comments. Have you ever done anything to contribute anything positive to the situation? No, you haven't. So you make it a point to sign on to my page every single time I'm on here. You talk shit, you make assumptions, and you slander me on my own page, but you don't like me. So what the fuck are you doing here? Go away.
Okay, they're letting you know. That's just gonna happen. That's what people do, bro.
No one needs you here. Right, seriously.
You can come over here. You can come over here if you want instead.
Okay, anyways, I love you guys. I'm sorry for the ones of you who are not POSs that I just like went off. I'm just so over it. There's so many people with such big fucking mouths, and like really they should shut the fuck up. I haven't done shit to any of you. I definitely should not be being stalked and harassed and slandered. if that's still the case 2.5 years after this dumbass show filmed, then this show should be responsible for compensating me for, I mean, everything.
Everything.
Can't even work this way. Like, who can function this way? Who can live this way? It's no one is the answer. So I'm just gonna need all of you, again, one more time, to shut the fuck up.
Who is she talking to? She's looking over there like it's just people talking in public to each other.
Hi, you guys.
That's pretty wild. Okay, so this is her driving aimlessly around Chicago and calls out the accessory. So this will probably be the last one. How long is it? It doesn't say when I do that. I'm gonna have to actually like move quick things. Yeah, this is an hour. We'll probably wrap it up after this one.
So here we are again. It's
That's it.
now almost 1 p.m.
It'll level out.
All three of
Don't
my
worry.
kids yesterday for Christmas. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas. I hope everyone got to spend time with the people that they love. Take a little rest out. I know life has been really pretty awful for a lot of people over the course of this pandemic. Now it's almost 1 p.m. It's 12:38 Chicago time, and I've been calling my youngest daughter, 8 years old, repeatedly. I would say maybe 13, 14, 15 times. I have an 8-year-old, I have a 15-year-old, and I have a 13-year-old.
There you go. Those are the ages. I don't think any of them would be watching reality TV. Maybe the 15-year-olds? Friends? I wasn't. No, I really wasn't. At 15? It's also a different time, though, I guess. But there was reality TV. I mean, like, there was, the Osbournes, and, I'm trying to remember what the other one was called. I can't remember. It was with Jessica Simpson and, Nick. Nick, who's on Netflix now. Netflix Nick.
2 girls and a boy. The 2 oldest kids live with their father and his family in Franklin Park area. And my youngest daughter lives with her father and his parents in northwest Chicagoland, Chicago. I had full custody.
That's what, yeah. That is what it was called, newlyweds.
Custody of all 3 of my children their entire lives until 2019, about a week prior to the pandemic, when they were taken from me unlawfully. I have been attempting to get back into court to see a judge since that time in 2019. It's now 2021. I filed 3 in-person petitions, at least, maybe 4, and several online petitions requesting a Zoom court date. I go online every single day almost. I've even gotten multiple new devices thinking that it's a block on my UD ID that's not allowing me to go in front of a judge or to submit these petitions to see a judge. I've had no luck. So now it's almost 1 p.m. I've been calling my daughter over and over and over again, and she doesn't answer. I saw her yesterday, but I call her father and he becomes livid and starts yelling and screaming or texting me that I'm crazy and to get away, leave them alone.
That's not a good sign. That's so stressful for the kids, man. Oh, Flavor of Love. That was one too. Meet the Barkers. Yeah, you guys know.
Again, I've seen my kids every day for the past 3 weeks. Prior to 2019, they lived with me full time, all 3 by myself. I've always been, very independent, single mother. I was married to Dylan Smith, who I went to 173. His number has disappeared from the IDOC database. So again, all of these things that have gone on.
You were just looking up for old times. You're gonna reminisce on the past and just be like, and they took it away. Did they take it out when he gets out of jail or something? I don't know. Heather Brooke Clark's number and charges are still there. Maybe that is who knows.
Since 2019 have been out of my control and out of my understanding or awareness. I have not consented or given permission for any of this stuff at all.
I don't know what's going on with my kids. I'm worried about my daughter. An 8-year-old, my daughter wakes up at 10 o'clock the latest.
The ticket I want to get out of prison? Okay. I don't know what IDOC stands for. I just thought it was like, their number, their booking number or something.
The fact that she's still not answering the phone has me very, very worried. The fact that my ex says that I'm crazy when I ask why she isn't awake yet and what's going on is even more concerning. What is he trying to hide?
She's sleeping?
Why is no one doing anything about this? I've also filed multiple police reports for identity theft, domestic abuse, many, many things. And none of it has been heard, and no one has done anything about any of it. As recently as 6 months ago, I went into a police station and a fire department asking for homelessness resources, and no one could help me with anything at all. Finally, you guys can scroll down also on this account. There are photos and screenshots of different things that prove everything that I've been saying are true. Phone call recordings, videos, lots of different things. But my main concern right now is that I have 3 children who I've always had custody of. I still have custody of the 2 older children, although I don't know where they are, and that's the biggest problem.
Well, you're homeless, and the fact that you don't know where your kids are, probably a sign that you shouldn't have your kids. And you don't have custody, but this proves that you shouldn't have custody if you don't know where the fuck they are.
I continue to go looking for them and calling for them.
It's like I was gonna say Corey Richards. Casey Anthony. My kids are missing. My kid's missing. How long has they been missing for? I don't know, like a month or something. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we doing to find these kids?
Stay with their father and his parents for the most part, but when they do not answer their phone, I cannot find them.
That's a good point, Tasha.
And I get very panicked. Again, I'm a mother first before anything. My children are...
No, you're not.
...are my whole entire world.
No, they're not.
Why is it that they're being permitted?
Why are you fucking around with Dylan and all this other crap if they were your whole world and put them before everyone else?
To take them out of my custody and care, hide them from me, ignore my phone calls, and I still can't get in front of a judge. I genuinely cannot live my life this way.
Imagine if Heather Gillespie actually had like a fuck ton of money and could hire the best lawyers of all time. She would be such a fucking menace. Thank God she's broke.
I haven't done anything to indicate that I am unable to parent my children. I have been intentionally bullied into a state of panic or a reactionary state where I'm screaming and yelling back at the attacker or abuser or instigator, whatever term you'd like to use. I truly don't know where to go from here. I need intervention. I need someone to find out what's going on. I don't know if I truly don't know what's going on. But it's not typical. This is not...
Where is she driving? She's just driving to this point. It's never ending. It's just going to keep going to the end of the world.
A normal behavior that my children have. It's not typical that just they don't answer the phone for hours at a time, that I'm calling them over and over and over and there's no answer. So I need to know what's going on. I have to go live when I do this because I believe that the person who accesses my phone at night while I sleep is erasing posts, is not allowing certain things to be made public for their own protection. I don't really know.
Drugs cause memory loss.
It's fucked up. And then now I want you guys to please take note of everyone who's commenting anything negative on this feed, because they're all accessories and they're all attempting to cover up whatever's going on here. So please continue to follow this account as well as my other account, and take note, as I've been as well, with the people's name who are commenting these things.
I wonder we could design an app. This would be a really easy app to design where, like, you can't delete anything. Whatever you write in the app stays in there forever. Forever. And then she wouldn't have this excuse. They keep deleting my posts. They keep deleting my things. I'm sure you're not just doing it in a moment of clarity or when you're too fucking high or just, like, blacked out. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably other shit that you've written that you've deleted. It'd just be interesting to see and read. And if we controlled the app, we'd be able to see it all. All the crazy people can download it. I could put in the terms of service that I'm allowed to do whatever I want with it. No one reads that shit. That's what got her into this with the fucking reality TV show.
Please. Please, please, please. I've been keeping track for
Forever, ever? Does it already exist?
2 years. They're the same people. They're predatory accounts who are interested only in furthering their... They're causing me to have to urinate. They are remotely, with robotics, making me have to use the restroom at inopportune times when it is almost impossible. They have remotely forced me to urinate on myself in my car, remotely.
At Betadava size -YL3X super chatted $10. They're breaking my rights, heart, love you all. Wow, W.
Oh, you Betty Davis. I was thinking for the 10.
False narrative. And their false narrative, unfortunately, is an exploitative one where they're taking advantage of a lot of people. So, again, keep track. Everyone who goes on these reels, on my lives, when I am begging for help, when I am explaining what's going on in this situation and attempts to discredit the truth.
Forever Ever most commonly refers to the 2023 song by Leanna Flint's Firestone. I thought that said Flintstone. Are you guys telling me that's what the name of the app should be? Or is this an app that already exists?
Truth is an accessory. Period. Period. I need to know what is going on with my children. I need to know why I am being prevented from finding out what is going on with my children.
Forever, ever, and ever. I gotcha. Thank you, Tink.
I need to know why the courthouse is closed. I need to know why I cannot get in front of a judge. I need to know if someone...
I think it's closed on the weekends. Yeah.
Thinks I'm mistaken. If someone thinks that the courthouses are open or that I must be making a mistake, my DM is open if you'd like to kindly give me instructions. I am an intelligent individual. I'm not claiming to be a genius, but I'm not an idiot. I don't have any issues filing petitions. I've done it hundreds of times prior to this.
There's nothing wrong with being average. If you're like average, right in the middle, that means you're smarter than half the people. By default, you'd have to be, right? Like all the dumb people, 50% dumb. That's all right. I keep messing the camera up.
I handled my own divorce. I handled my own...
Baby. I just figured this is the Cadillac CTS.
You know, anytime I needed to file anything, I've handled it on my own. I also have a lawyer who 2 years ago instructed me to flee the state. His name is Nick Albuquerque. So this has been ongoing, you guys, for several years. This is extremely predatory in nature. They are doing multiple things to children and adults, silencing the children and adults with threats against their families, their friends. I don't really know what to do. Again, I haven't been able to see or speak to my daughter today. I've seen her.
That would make sense. They still had court though, right? They probably just had it remotely or something. She's probably trying to go into the courthouse. Okay, yeah, well that makes sense why she's fucking tripping. She should probably go online. Because yeah, this is 2021. I mean, it's almost 2022, but COVID was still happening around that time. Ish. I was able to get back home in 2021, but it was, still happening.
All three of my kids, every single day for the past several weeks. Now all of a sudden they don't answer, and I'm not supposed to be alarmed or upset or confused about what's happening. It's just, this is so predatory. I have been screaming out for help since this began. I have been telling every person I know
what's been going on over and over and over and over and over, begging someone to please help me get my children and get the fuck away from this abuse.
That must be annoying to anyone who knows.
I don't know what else to do other than to continue documenting. It's like people think that if I have fun or smile for one moment, that there is an ongoing abuse. Like if I'm just supposed to sit in my car crying for 2 years with no, you know, breath of fresh air, with no break from that. That's not the way it works. You become numb.
I've become so numb. When was so I was going, it was 2020. It was the end of 2020. It was Christmas 2020. And I went to America. And I'm surprised they even let me go. Canada was like, you want to go to America? Get out of here, kid. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I got there, and then they were like, guess what? If you come back, you got to pay us $3,000 to stay in a hotel for 2 nights. And then if you have COVID, you're super fucked. Like, you are going to be bankrupt. And I was like, I don't want that to happen. So I just kind of like stayed in America until, actually, they didn't even lift it. My visa ran out. It was like 6 months. And then I had to drive over the Niagara Falls border, because then they wouldn't make me buy a fucking hotel for $3,000 for whatever reason. And then I had to bus it up to Barrie. I forgot about that. So yeah, COVID was probably still a thing here. Like things were probably crazy still.
You become numb.
I just relived a memory, you guys.
You literally become numb. I want to know what the fuck is going on with my kids and why they're not letting me have them. I want to know what is going on with my exes. I want to know, not personally, I mean to prevent them from being with my children when I'm not. And that prevents them from picking up the phone and explaining to me what's going on. None of this makes sense. This is cruel and unusual. This is torture. Someone needs to fucking step in. This is not for a movie. This is not for a marketing strategy. This is not for a study or a simulation. This is my real life. I don't want to participate in whatever bullshit this is. I want my children back, and I want to be left alone. That's it. Period. I want my children back, and I want to be left alone. Nothing happened with them yesterday. I was with them yesterday. I was with my children yesterday, all 3.
Well then, how are they missing? They're missing now? That's not very responsible of you. Just based on her history, I think she's always been kind of crazy. Like, there's a reason she was sent to Jamaica or whatever, right? And I just assume that most of the parenting was probably done by the baby daddies. And that, like, that's why she was able to just kind of coast. But that's just speculation. I wasn't around at that point in time. I'm just basing that off of like what I know about Heather, her personality. And now she just can't land like a guy that's actually going to pay for anything or take care of her. That's why she's got to settle on Xavier, because Xavier's also codependent and he's not going to leave. And when he does leave, it's a big issue. Like when he takes too long in the fucking gym locker room.
I dropped off gifts to my youngest in the morning, and then I took the oldest out to eat at Bar Louie in the afternoon around 4 p.m. and everything was fine. I don't know what's going on today or why they're not answering the phone, and that's why I'm upset and confused and nervous. I spoke to the 2 older ones this morning and they seemed okay. You know, but the youngest one, her father won't let me. I don't know. You know, there's no reason, cause, or explanation. Simply, he says I'm crazy and to stop calling, and he's like, don't fucking worry about where I'm at. My girl doesn't even care where I am. And it's like, I don't give a fuck where you are. I give a fuck where my daughter is. And if you're supposed to be watching her, why aren't you with her? And who is? You know, that's what I give a fuck about.
Maybe you shouldn't add all these kids with all these different guys.
Like, fuck whoever you want, bro. That ship has sailed. I don't care about you on a personal level. I have love for you. You're the father of my daughter. Why aren't you letting my daughter pick up the phone when I call? I'm her mother.
I would never block my children from speaking to their father. So
if he was driving around on drugs, saying a whole bunch of crazy fucking shit and just showing up randomly and trying to insert himself into your lives, I guarantee you would be preventing your kids from talking to them, and you would probably get the cops involved in the court system, and then they would end up in jail because he's a male. See, females get away with a lot of this shit. A lot of this shit. Daisy gets away with it. Fucking SMS House gets away with it.
I don't understand that hater language at all. Not even a little. It's not healthy for my kids. My children need to have a relationship with their mother. It's also not healthy that I need to be broadcasting live every single day because they continue to replicate, duplicate, whatever word you want to call this. They created this set of circumstances for, I think it was to protect all the tricks. So they've got all these narcissists running around. Think about the word narcissist, narc-assist, right? So they've got a bunch of people, narcissists, running around, and then they blame someone else so that the narcissist can continue to trick, right? So I'm pretty sure that's what happened last year when Dylan came out. They set me up to make me the heel, and then they fucking enlisted the help of all my family and start forcing all my, all three of my kids, while they're abusing me and silencing me and isolating me, they're grooming my kids to be a part of this fucking bullshit. And I don't want it. My kids don't want it. Then after they're done grooming your kids to start doing this fuck shit,
the fuck are you talking about?
They blame the kids for doing it. It's the exact same, heading as the one that I made in my blog post. You force us to speak and then punish us for doing so.
Yeah, there's mercifulstorm.com, which is a whole fucking website with a bunch of blog posts. But there is another website I didn't know about until I was looking at the Facebook today, and it's GoPro Solo Rights.wordpress or some bullshit, and there is a whole bunch of stuff from last year that I don't think I ever read. Maybe the song. I think I vaguely remember the song. But we'll have to go through that one day. Maybe next week if she doesn't go live. She has to go live. She's got, how long does she have? Oh, until May. She might not go live, actually. For some reason, I was like, oh, next month she's getting evicted. It's not till the month after.
Yes, that's what we're dealing with here. You force us to commit crimes. You force us to speak. You force us...
Us who? What?
To live lives that are fake, and then you...
I'm pretty sure she's the only one in this. Who is the us? You guys, any of you guys in this?
You ask us why we're not being real. And then you ask us why we're not speaking up. And then we do, and you come back and knock us on our ass for doing it. It's a perpetual cycle of passing the buck and devaluing people for your own personal gain. And it's sick, and it needs to stop. And I don't know what to do to make it stop. Again, I have not authorized or given consent for any of my children to be a part of any of this weird shit. I don't know who is going around my children or utilizing their likeness for their own personal gain, trapping them, thinking that, they're just going to get away with it because I've been being exploited and abused for so long, so I'm not strong enough to check on my kids. I don't know what they think. I truly don't know what they think. But the only way to explain it is by finding out. Now, when I ask...
It's an us versus them kind of thing, I guess.
The police what's going on, and I submit these reports, when I take these live videos, when I drive by, when I call the FBI, when I write out all these theses and studies and all this stuff that I've been spending all of my time doing and preparing and trying to make sense of over the last several years, there's no assistance. There's no attention to the matter, and nothing changes. And I need an explanation for that. I need to know why. Even if this is some sort of depression, businesses are closing or whatever the case may be, do we not still have, systems in place? Do we not still have authority or...
Go commit a crime. See how long it takes to get in front of a judge.
Or repercussion, or fine, say we don't have policing or we don't have authority. Where are the records? How are the records not being kept?
What the fuck are we? I'm so confused.
You're
What records is she looking for?
spending all this money doing these quote unquote investigations, but then there's no centralized place to document what's been done, who's seen what has happened. It's nothing but chaos. And the same people, the people who don't have the resources to escape it, are being thrown in over and over and perpetually abused. And it's not okay. And it needs to stop right away. It needs to stop. I want to know where my children are. I want to know why I'm being prevented from having access to them. And I want someone to
That's such a weird way to put it. Having access to them?
intervene in this. Other than that, I really don't know. And is this happening to anyone else? Is anyone else experiencing this? Has anyone else, have your children been being exploited, or have you noticed weird changes in your child's attitude since the pandemic? Are you being isolated? You might not notice it, you might not pick up on it until you hear me talking about it, but have you met someone new in your life recently?
This is like what psychics do. Like, what is his name? John Edwards? A really shitty version of John Edwards is good at his craft. But she, like, have you met this happened? Does that happen? Maybe it doesn't make sense until you hear me say it, but like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to make other people crazy, Heather? Team Heather go crazy? Get out of here.
Who is love bombing you? Who is intentionally pulling you away from the people in your life who care about you?
If you think any of these things are happening, go see a fucking psychiatrist. Or not a psychiatrist. A psychologist? No. A therapist? Somebody will have a better answer than Heather Gillespie.
Is that going on? Because that is what the fuck, that's the game they've been running in Chicago over and over for the past at least 4 or 5 years. It just became a problem in my life in 2019. I was
Someone. We start with the therapist, and then if it's too crazy, that's when they refer to, I think, to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or something, right?
kind of aware of it prior to that because they did a few things to me. But fortunately, I had a husband, Dylan, who
Had a Dylan.
was protecting me from those things.
Two Dylans. A cat Dylan and a husband Dylan.
When we broke up in 2019, everything just went crazy. So I don't know what kind of a game, there it is that they're trying to have me participate in, or what kind of a game they're playing, or why it would be beneficial for them to isolate me from my children or make me terrified every single day about where my kids are, or why no one, is intervening in this situation.
Who does she want to intervene?
Background is in medical office. I worked at a hospital as an administrator. I don't know, what the fuck is going on or how to solve it on my own or why I should have to. I've been a taxpayer in Chicago and the surrounding
Since she was 14.
suburbs since I was 15 years old.
That was 14.
I've always held a job. I've always had several side hustles. I've been on my own since I was young teenager. I was sent to Jamaica at 15 years old. I came back after a year of abuse, isolation, and silencing.
How are you paying taxes in Jamaica, you goofball?
To a dysfunctional family unit. I had no trust for anyone. They didn't tell me I was going to Jamaica for a boot camp style abuse torture year. They said I was going for vacation. And I had to find out on my own, what was going on there for real. Now, when I did find out, what can you do as a 14-year-old in a foreign country with no access to your passport or access to money?
Were you 14 or were you 15?
Right? You're kidnapped. You're stuck there. So that went on when I was younger, and never forgot the tire. Yeah, no shit. The tire iron attack. Never forget the tire iron attack and the 5150 hold. There was never a 5150 hold. My ex lied to a judge and said that I was beating him and trying to kill myself, both of which were not true. I have several hours of video footage to prove that. He withdrew me from my medication abruptly, and I was crying. He stole all my money. He put a padlock on the outside of my bedroom door. All of this is admitted.
I believe it. If it was Dylan Smith, I believe it.
And recorded and well documented right here. No, I didn't deserve that abuse, and I still don't. So check out this account.
Yeah, I feel like things have to escalate to a pretty crazy point for you to think that's the best option.
Instagram
Sending your kid to Jamaica.
blocked this account from me for absolutely no reason right after I wrote the blog post about giving back and supporting small business. So that one Heather G Instagram account is still blocked to this day. I was crying about it for a while because I put a lot of hard work and effort into maintaining that account and growing its following, but I just put it behind me, moved on, made a third account, and now they're repeating the exact same cycle of exploitation. So, oh my God, it's like unfucking believable. And I think that the reason why they're calling me crazy is because they don't want people who are legitimately thinking that I know what's going on to stay with that attitude. They want them to think I'm crazy so that they cannot utilize me, so they can undervalue me, so they can, use me to trap.
Who the fuck is utilizing Heather Gillespie? David Shepard? Hey, notice how there's no mention of David fucking Shepard in this narrative?
I know on several instances they were using my photos saying that I was escorting. I've not escorted. I've not seen anyone. I've not even done companion work or dinner date work in over 3 years.
I totally forgot David Shepard was a fucking guy for the past half an hour. Why haven't we heard of David Shepard? Like, shit, isn't he a big fucking part of the picture? At least nowadays she says he is. Like, David Shepard this, David Shepard that. David Shepard my ass. I want to smoke a bowl, man. A bowl man. A mole man. A bowl man. I think I can let it. I feel like I don't want to miss anything. I'll let it play. I'll listen to it in my ears.
So anything that you've seen with my photos on it, I know for a fact they were posting that. Multiple people have shown me duplicate accounts, fake accounts, where they are using my likeness, my name, my stage name, my performance name to trap people or me, claiming that I am escorting, that I am selling drugs, that I am doing all this stuff that I am not doing. They have illegally entered my phone, my iCloud, stolen my photos to make those ads. I have nothing to do with it. I have no idea who's responsible for it, but it's not me. And yeah, that's pretty much a summary of what we've been going through since 2019. I don't even use my link card anymore because they've convinced my family and I that if we rely on government assistance, they're going to rape us or otherwise exploit us. So now it's like all I can do is continue, to document. I've gotten 8 different forms of employment since this began in 2019, only to be stalked and harassed at each one on day 2 or 3. And they've been all over the world, all over the country, and all over the state of Illinois, places I've never gone before. How would these people know where to find me on day 2 of a waitressing job in Roselle, Illinois? Day 2. I've never lived in Roselle in my life. I have no connections to Roselle, but on day 2 of me working, you've got people coming in to harass me and stalk me out of the job. That's, and that was the 8th time that happened since 2019. So, that's pretty much where we're at. I'm concerned about my kids, specifically the baby the most. The big kids answer, but I am very concerned about them as well. I know children are honest. As a general rule, they say too much. My kids are holding back and they're scared to talk, and that's not normal. So I need to understand what the fuck is going on in my absence and why people are so intentionally blocking me from being with my children. I want to be with my kids. Anyways, that's it. And then it's like such a fucked up situation because the way I'm feeling is real. It's real. The things that are happening are real, right? They're real. It's all real. But then what do I do right now? What do I do right now, right? I can't get a hold of my kids. So what do? I want to go to the gym. I want to work out. I want to get rid of my stress. I'm stressed out. They blocked me from the gym. So I try to do therapy. They blocked me from scheduling therapy. Hello. Smells good in here. How's it going? Can I have 30 on 1, please? Thank you so much.
Am I yelling? My bad. But yeah, you know, you can't write who a letter. Amber, accessory. I want you guys to check the backgrounds on all these accounts. They have less than 100 followers, usually with a cop background. What? 30, yeah, on one. Thank you so much. Usually, yeah, less than 100 followers. I think they're all cops, every single one of them, and not the good kind.
Oh shit.
But there's absolutely...
Amber. That's local Coco. Accessory. Why is my phone being crazy? Hold on. What was now I forget. Oh goodness. What was I gonna say? I can't remember.
No reason for them to continue following these accounts, only to discredit when I'm asking for help. Thank you so much. Have a great day. That's truly obstruction. These people who are so viciously gang stalking me to say that what's going on is not going on.
Bad cops. Yeah, she called them cops.
Those are accessories. Every single one of them needs to be charged. When you're aware of an exploitation going on, whether on a woman...
I was gonna say, what do you think the stalking is? The people are stalking her out of her jobs?
A man or children, but in this case it's all of the above. And you do everything in your power to hide it. And you stalk me on my social media to make people believe that I'm crazy and it's not going on. You are absolutely an accessory. Absolutely an accessory.
Gang stalking everywhere. Apparently.
No, I'm not going to write letters to my children while I think that they're being exploited. Are you fucking dense? Dumb bitch. Fuck.
But you talk to them?
Mary Yogi. No, none of that happened. Oh, also the comments, I have to screen record. All my viewership always screen records. I have a team, so they screen record. We keep extensive records of who these accounts are that are stalking me in the comments. This is not a publicity stunt.
The team. Yeah, she does tell people where she works and where she lives. See, at first, when I thought Heather Gillespie was more sane and that this was all part of the grift and the plan, I was like, she needs to do that in order for people to harass her so she can victimize herself, and then that's how the sponsors are like, oh no, and they send her money, right? But I honestly think she's just gone insane at this point. Maybe not back in 2021, maybe there was still a bit of that going on because she found like the cheat code. Oh, I don't have to work, I can just kind of like grift off of the love after lockup fame. I don't have to be a mom anymore, but I'll just say that I miss my kids. Maybe there is a seed of truth to that, but I do think she likes this lifestyle better than being a mom because she's a fucking Looney Tune.
This is not for fun. I want my children back. There's been no court date, no orders entered, no nothing going on that says I cannot have my children, nor is there any reason for...
There is actually, I'm pretty sure.
For me not to have physical custody of my children. There's also no reason for my children not to be answering when I call them. It's now 1 p.m. And I'm not getting any answer back. My children are being prevented from responding. This has never been to court. And there is a group of people who I believe are hired by my ex, or they could be...
They don't have to talk to you every day. Especially if it's like their time with their dad. They don't, what? What is the court gonna do? Oh, you didn't answer the phone every time your mom fucking calls thinking something bad's happening because she's insane? Rico.
Hired by, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Dylan, because that's really when all this started. And Paula McCain and Dylan Smith. That's when all this started. So they know about this, and they're the only ones who I can imagine putting money into silencing the story, because no one wants the truth to get out about Dylan's previous arrest record. And
Does everyone knows about it? He was on Love After Lockup, you idiot. People know about his arrest record. Also, those guys are incompetent and stupid, and he's gonna end up back in jail.
He also
He always goes to jail.
had a bunch of offers for deals. So, you know, there's a lot of different mitigating circumstances and factors that are taking place here that I don't give a fuck about. But what I do care about is why, to this day, I have not been able to see a judge. To this day, I have not been able to talk to a therapist. To this day.
Oh, that's what she got banned from therapy? Who banned her? Like, their therapist dropped her? Is that what happened? You can't be banned from therapy. That's what I was when I was like hitting my ball. I was like, what the fuck? How are you banned from therapy?
I have not been able to receive any answers about the unlawful detainment of myself or either one of the children that I've mentioned besides my own, besides the unlawful detainment, the gang stalking, besides the gang stalking, the intentional withholding of information and obstruction of justice. I couldn't even call 911. They were rerouting my calls. So they put a call forward on my phone so that when I called 911 for help, it went through to some other guy that was working for my ex. All of these things are obstruction of justice. All of these things need to be addressed. And I'm not going to stop, you know, seeking attention to these matters until they are. And I need an explanation of what the fuck is going on and why my children are being exploited. If anyone has any information on any of the things that I've discussed, video recorded, taken photographs of, or, you know, otherwise spoken about, please DM me and let me know. I don't understand a lot of it, but there's a lot of it I do understand, and I have a lot of perspective both in and out. So please, my DM is always open. Use this one, the mercifulstorm.com one. There's also a phone number, 312-772-3193. That's
How do they get my phone number? What? She gave her phone number out back in the day?
a Google Voice phone number that I'm keeping open so that no matter if I have to switch phones, if my phone gets stolen, whatever happens, I can always be reached at that number, 312-772-3193. It's a Google Voice number. I just need to understand, you know, kind of what is going on here and make sure that the people of my community and Chicago and Illinois are safe, and that, you know, any sort of exploitation on anyone's children or anyone's wife or any person, period, that has been ongoing over the past several years is being addressed and corrected. Nobody wants to live a life of exploitation. Nobody deserves to live a life of being exploited, and the shit needs to stop. So,
I feel like this is usually when she would wrap it up. No, we're only halfway through. She's not wrapping anything up. Why does she it keeps feeling like she's like, so anyways, I'll see you guys later, but no.
I'm gonna sign off for
unless, is there 2 lives? This is like 2 lives back to back? Am I tripping?
now. I'll be back later. I'll check in this evening, and a lot of these issues, this is a repeat for sure.
That's a good one. I've shown that one like 3 times, I think. But that is a good one. That's one of my favorites, the police chase.
A lot of this shit, this has happened numerous times, and I just stress out and freak out driving around or working out or doing whatever until one of, you know, the children finally answers.
It's 1 life. So she really just went on for another like 30 minutes.
And then it's the same thing. No, nothing happened. Well, why didn't you call? My phone never rang, or I didn't hear you call, or I did, you know, and it's always on their end so calm, like nothing ever went on, which is why I do question genuinely if when they were forwarding my calls to 911, because so on the phone, when you enter a call forward, it's like an exception you enter onto an individual phone number. So if you go to the contact or you enter it there, the person who dials whatever.
Wouldn't only Heather be able to like do that? What is happening? Like, it's not 911. I don't think you can do that with 911.
Number they're dialing, they still think the call's going through. So if I didn't have background knowledge of, you know, that type of information, I would have no idea that that's what they were doing.
but you forward the call. So it triggers a memory in the phone so that if I dial 911, it can be forwarded to a different phone number. Well, you can do that with any of your contacts. You can also block any of your contacts. So if you go to sleep at night and you're not sleeping in a place where you can ensure your devices and by devices, I mean tablets, phones, computers are safe, then anyone can enter one of these exceptions without your knowledge. And when you try to make the call the next day,
how would they know her PIN or like out the end of the phone?
It won't go through. Now on your
hackers, we're using all this technology to hack Heather Gillespie.
And it's ringing over and over and over.
She wasn't what did she even do? Like, what did Heather Gillespie do to make Dylan so angry to expend all of these resources just to fuck with her a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a leap. I could see, I think he even admitted to leaving Duster outside of her tent or something. Like, that's pretty shitty, right? But you think he's breaking into your place and taking your phone and hacking into it and making it so like the 911 calls go through to his buddy? Like, this is just, it's too crazy. It's too fucking crazy.
But on their end, they're never getting the call. So I do sometimes wonder if that's happening. I don't know. But it's like every single day I wake up, I feel
Dylan admitted to you that he put the Duster there?
like I'm being forced.
And I think it was like a Louis Vuitton bag or some shit.
To deal with these issues that either A, are not real issues, but are curated issues so that they can distract me from something.
It's a huge threat. Like, okay, if Heather had him put in jail or something, or like there was evidence she fucked up a drug dealer, or if anything she said had any effect on his life at all, I could see it. Maybe. Maybe. But there's no reason to. Dylan doesn't give a fuck. Dylan will do like ask me anything to promote his like gay OnlyFans on Reddit sometimes, but that like just he'll grift off of the Heather Gillespie stuff. But I really don't think he gives a shit. Not enough to be investing that much time, in my opinion. And I hate Dylan. I would love to fucking say he did this, but I just don't think it's just not. Occam's razor is like, nah.
Something else, or B, I'm being exploited and so are my children. It's fucked up to believe that those are, the only two options. But what else can you believe when you have done everything you can and reached out to thousands of people, including police and feds, and not gotten any answers? I need fucking answers. It's been too long for there to still be no answers. 2015, an officer walks up to me and says, "You've never committed a crime before. You're innocent. We know you don't know shit about this. But you're gonna do what we say or we're gonna take your kids away. You're gonna find out."
Oh, is this David Shepard? Is this David Shepard?
What the fuck is going on and we're gonna take your kids away. I do everything in my power to mind my own business, walk the fucking line. I don't have friends that do the shit that they wanted me to fucking find out about. I don't know about it. So they forcefully and intentionally put me in situations to continue to be around people who may or may not have knowledge about these things. And
I'm just curious because sometimes I'll miss things. Did she mention him by name? No. Zero Davids. What about Shepherd? She call him Dave Shepherd? Shep? German Shepherd? Hey, German Shepherd Pop. No, so like she doesn't mention him by name. I guess she had to come up with the name after a bit. It took her a bit to cook that up.
Want me to fucking figure it out. Well, I'm not an investigator. I am not a fucking detective. I'm a single mother of 3 who is trying to get her children back and get her life back together. What the fuck do you want from me? What do you want?
Wow.
So then about halfway through, you start bucking the system, right? No, officer, I'm not going to be raped again today. No, officer, I'm not going to let you say that unless I fuck you or go on a date with you to a concert or give you some stolen laptop that I'm going to go to jail or you're going to take away my children. Fuck you. And I start sending this officer random lyrics to Future songs and Drake songs and different hip hop songs. Every day I send him a different lyric, random. I just go to lyrics.com and send him a lyric. About halfway through that exploitation, internal affairs gets involved, and I don't know what they do. Supposedly they take that guy's badge away and it's over, yada yada. Well, I do my own background information 2 years later and find out that this officer is still working as a detective, and there are 3 more formal complaints against him. So I'm at a place in my life where I've almost lost all trust for the system, the police, the mental health system, all of it, because my only experiences with each respectively have been very negative. Very, very negative. Unhelpful.
I forgot about Wayne Gillespie.
And just very negative. I am not one of those people who's like, you know, fuck any group. I don't agree with fuck any group. I believe every group has their place, but everyone has to work together to get anywhere. Otherwise, you know, it's just a waste of time. And that's where I'm at right now. I feel like it's been a bunch of fucking wasted time. It's been a bunch of, you know, just very exploitative circumstances being monetized, not by me. I, this whole time, have gone through all of this with almost no money. The entire time. They took everything from me. They took everything from me. All of my money, all of my belongings, my home, my car, and literally put me in the street. Now, when you're in the street and they've punished you in that regard, you clam up, you go numb. And that's what they did to my family as well. So they're all trying, everyone, and a lot of people surrounding the family. So there are a lot of people dealing with this. It's an intentional
Saw Dylan on episode 1 of Feds. What?
Abuse.
Was it Dylan? Or you're talking about Wayne Gillespie?
Of a person to clam them up, to scare them, to get them quiet, and then once they're in that state of being emotionally exhausted and numb, they're easier to exploit. I've
played the police video like a lot of times, at least 3, probably 4. Local Coco's gonna upload it to her channel. You can check it on hers. She just like she drives around yelling at people. Because she was driving recklessly around. The police end up like giving up chasing her. She outruns the cops. No, they're just like, this is too dangerous. We're gonna call it off. And then they show up at like some guy's place that she's staying at in the winter time when she's in a towel like weeks later to be like, you're bad. Anyways, I don't know where it is right now. We don't have time for it though.
This has been ongoing, on and off. They do give little breaks so that they can make appearances, so that they can smile, so that they can look normal, so that they can look like everything is fine for social media, for family gatherings. You know, they don't want anyone to get too close to the truth. So
I feel like Heather just like pulls people. She just finds out people's names or something or hears about them and like adds them in. Like, I don't think David Shepard was involved at this point. Like, this is just like a faceless person in the story. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was always David Shepard. She just wasn't naming him.
So these little breaks that they offer and provide give the target, you know, the victim, I'm sorry, you know, they'll smile and they'll make the victim feel normal for a few minutes so that anyone who's looking from an outward perspective doesn't even see an issue and doesn't even continue to, you know, investigate what's going on. I mean, it's just, what do? You know, and then I'm faced with random people coming at me like, well, what the fuck? You're at the gym working out. If you're concerned for your child's safety, don't you think you'd be, what would I be doing?
Yeah, probably not working out and wasting a bunch of time on Instagram Live.
Already filed police reports. I've already shown up on the doorstep and knocked on the door. I've already called 100 times.
Where are we going to take the kids to?
I've already, and this is over and over and over, that I continue to do all of those things, and I just run out of energy for them. You know, there is no resolution by doing those things. If I keep knocking on the door, they don't do anything. They don't bring me my daughter. They don't let me in. They don't. So I still don't know what's going on. And now we're at 1:15, and I've called my daughter maybe 10 times. She's 8 years old again. Still not gotten a response or an answer. And if I get on the phone with my ex, Orlando Rubio, her father, it's just an attitude. And I don't think that that's him either. I think that he is also being played. So there's a bunch of shit going on. Just because you see me working out or in the gym or not posting about the shit doesn't mean it's not going on. I start posting about it when I feel absolutely cornered. But at the same time, when you're posting everything and all your updates and what's going on, it gives the enemy or the ops, and I don't have any enemies or ops that I know of, but there's clearly someone causing these circumstances around me.
What about Dylan? I thought Dylan was the enemy.
So whoever that person is, the more I say, the more they know I know. It's a situation where you want to keep your hand close, because the more you disclose, or the more I've disclosed about the situation, the less help I've received in addressing the problems at hand. So that's why I pretty much just repeat everything that's going on and that I've already said. Any new developments that I know, I keep to myself. And that's why they say it's like, why are you always posting your grievances? Well, because what else am I going to do with them? I've attempted to give them to the proper outlets. I've attempted to, give them to the police, give them to the FBI, give them to any and everyone that
yeah, kids are not her jam.
I can think of, who might be able to help. Every friend that I've had, every family member that I've had, everyone. We're at several tens.
Dylan Smith has a restraining order against her.
Of thousands of people who I've shared this.
Found that out on the rain under the awning video.
This, what's going on with. And that's publicly here on Instagram, that's on LinkedIn, that's on Facebook, that's on Snapchat, that's in person. What the fuck else can I do? What else can I do? I don't know what else I can do. If this is really what's going on, that we're living in a world where it's acceptable to exploit people, like I said before, I can't, how is that the world that we're living in? I can't accept that. I just cannot accept that. That's unacceptable. So, I need help. I need help getting my children. I need help finding out what has been going on. I need help finding out why I've been boxed in and my phone has been being monitored and my internet has been being restricted and so many calls have been being forwarded to other people and I've not been being permitted to speak to my children. I need to know where my friends are. Where the fuck is Aaron Mack, where are you? Alyssa, where are you?
Alyssa.
Where the fuck are you guys? Everyone. London, where are you, London? Where the fuck are you? Stephanie, where are you? Where are you, Stephanie? Stephanie Piscaparillo or whatever her name was. Grabbed in where? Thailand or what the fuck is going on here? And again, this is going back 5-6 years. I've been monitoring this shit. People, quote unquote, accidentally overdosing who don't even fuck with drugs. Bodies being found, fucked up shit going down, and the closer I get to the fucking truth, the more nasty they are with allowing me to be near my family. So they continue to
I don't think the two things are correlated at all.
Isolate me from my family. When I find the truth, when I stop looking for the truth, they begin to bully me, and attack me physically so that I start trying to figure it out again. So my family and I will be straight and removed from this shit and everything's fine, right? And I'm like, cool, thank you, God. I'm everything is good. I'm getting my own apartment again. I'm, separating myself from this shit. And then 2 days later, they come back and they force me to start looking into it again. So for
no one's forcing you to look into anything.
Anyone who's thinking this is me and trying to attack me and my family because they think that we're doing something exploitative, it's not. We're being used, we're being forced into these situations, and I don't know what to do about it. Period. I don't know what to do about it. Besides speaking out publicly on Instagram, besides speaking out publicly on Snapchat, besides speaking out
What the fuck, Snapchat? I don't know. That just seems like wacky to me.
Publicly on Facebook, besides writing a blog about it, besides going to the police about it, besides what the fuck else can a person do? So that's where we're at. I think I'm gonna go to the gym. I haven't worked out all week. It's been fucked up. But I did get to spend Christmas Eve and Christmas with the kids for a few hours. I have nowhere to take them. Their
Where did you get? You just sat outside?
fathers, who have always, again, I've always had custody of my kids. Their fathers would never, ever in a million years try to keep them from me. Before 2 years ago, when all this shit began, brand fucking new. I have an 8-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 15-year-old who I've had custody of their entire lives. Prior to the pandemic, as soon as the pandemic came, they took them from me and placed them with their fathers, and have been just using them to play games with me and make me fearful and unsure. I don't know what's true and what's not true. But
I've never heard of her doing that. She likes to stay in Chicago. Chicago is her jam. So I've never heard of her like running the kids over state lines or anything like that.
But either way you look at it, you don't fuck with an 8-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 15-year-old. You don't, I mean, there are just certain things you do and don't do. And the fact that we still haven't gotten any answers, you know, here 2 years later is quite concerning. Quite fucking concerning. So please reference also my very first Instagram account where vanity plates were put on a car, the same car I had, a Cadillac CTS, 2009. They put vanity plates on the car that said "nut" and "me" and proceeded to chase me around the city of Chicago. There are video posts
That wasn't chasing you. You were chasing them.
about it, photos about it. It's bullying. If you ask why this is going on, there's never an answer. I've done nothing to anyone. I have nothing but friends here. I've never created an enemy.
Said all your friends are gone or dead or whatever.
I've never had anyone threaten me to my face or say anything to me directly that they have an issue with me or anything. So none of it makes sense, you know, and I don't get it. Maybe I'll go to Rivers for the Bears game.
What's Rivers?
I don't know what to do, you know. Do I want to go to the casino? No. If I had my choice where I would be, you want to know where I'd be? Sitting
We're gonna go to the casino or the gym.
on my couch in my house, in my living room.
It's not your house or your living room.
With my 3 children, you know, cooking a Sunday dinner, relaxing. They intentionally did this shit because they want to use me. They want me to go places and do things for them. And I don't want to do it. I want to be with my family. I want to be with my kids. My heart is broken. It's been broken for a long time. I don't give a fuck about Dylan. I don't give a fuck about not being with him. I mean, I do. I don't want bad for anyone, but he fucked me up, man, bad. I care about my children. I care about being with them and you know, continuing to live my life the way I always have, minding my own business, focusing on myself and you know, being a good person to the best of my ability. I'm not really sure what else to do. I've already publicly voiced my concern numerous times. I've publicly posted letters of recommendation that I have from different doctors that I've worked for and positions that I've held that prove
The fuck is that gonna do?
I'm not crazy. I am an excellent employee. I'm reliable. I'm intelligent. So
Are we going in a tunnel?
you know, it just doesn't make sense. Their narrative is false. And I've proven that time and time again, but that does not stop them from continuing to attempt to discredit me, which puts them in a category of harassment, slander, and torture. And it's unacceptable. So whatever I deal with, I can deal with, but my children, anyone's children, like, grow the fuck up. What the fuck is your problem? Like, you can't deal with an adult, so you're gonna take out shit on some small children
That was the casino she got kicked out of?
who have no way to defend themselves. Like, you're trash, bro. You're fucking trash. And that's why they don't come right out and be like, yeah, it's me who has a problem with you, because then I'd know exactly who to go to and who to deal with. They're cowards. They're fucking cowards, every single one of them.
No, I'm not fucking with Heather Gillespie in real life, but there's a lot of people who are just here having opinions about Heather Gillespie and are not hiding. I'm not like I'm here. Eric's not hiding either.
And, you know, God will deal with them accordingly. And I know that. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I remember when, I know it was that casino.
So that's about it. I don't know who to trust. I've gone to everyone for help. I trust no one. And you know, it's difficult to trust people because when every time that someone has been invested in helping, they've been paid off or bribed or extorted away or scared away. And you know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I go back and forth from being like angry, where the fuck are my friends? Oh, maybe like thinking like that they're like intentionally trying to hurt me, you know? So they're
just like tired. They don't want to hear it anymore, you know?
Ganging up on me, and then I get angry, and then I come back down from that like more logical, like, no, dude, that's not in my friend's character. They would never do that. You know, and then I'm thinking about it more logical, and then I go to fear. So it goes from anger, like they're assholes, to fear, oh my God, they must be hurt, because that's the only way that they would be willing to do something like this to me. And then from fear to indifference, numbness, and then the cycle starts all over. So it's exhausting and not something that I want to continue doing. I need help. I need help. I need help. I need help figuring out what's going on and how to make it stop, how to make sure my children are safe, how to take the exceptions off my phone. And if they are going to continue to obstruct justice and do all these things in my phone, who's letting them near me? Right? If I've stayed at a million different places, Airbnbs, hotels, who's letting these people in and letting them access my devices and I don't leave my belongings laying about carelessly.
Where do you think she puts them at night? Puts them in like a safe inside a safe inside a safe. They still got to it.
Ever.
Who is letting them do this?
That's not me. It's not in my personality. It's not me. So who is facilitating all of this shit? I just do not get it. Anyways, I don't even, and then it's like, what's appropriate? What do you do right now? Oh, here we go.
There's still another 10 minutes. She keeps psyching me out. I'm gonna smoke another bowl. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
So, and again, please continue to watch the comments. Those are the accessories. Those are the people who are continuing to perpetuate a false narrative at my expense. Those are the people who need to be charged criminally. Every single one of them. It's just past the point of online bullying. It's literally torture. It is literally harassment. It is literally stalking. So all of those things, it's so predatory and exploitative. It's so disgusting. And I just want to meet all these people in person. Like, I'd like to line them up, put them in a line. I'm not going to say what came to mind, what I'd like to do with them, but I think we should put them in a line and just sit down with them. Let's get inside their fucked up, twisted heads and find out on what planet they come from where behavior like this is acceptable. Who are you people? Where are your own families? Where are your own friends? Why would you come to this page where I'm discussing real, honest shit and just run your mouth? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, why don't you have something better to do? If you can't be a part of the solution, why would you invest energy in continuing to perpetuate the problem? What the fuck is wrong with you, you loser? Sad little fucking boys. So sad. So sad. Read the comments. It's so disgusting. It's just so disgusting. And then when you actually do see these people in person, they're fucking disgusting. They don't do shit. They're slobs, every fucking one of them. They're slobs. They don't fucking get dressed. They don't work out. They're fucking huge. They don't even wash in between their fucking creases. Nasty motherfuckers.
I can't take it. See, there I go acting out of character again. Do you see? So I've been reading these comments for the past hour while I'm being genuine and honest and like opening my heart about what's going on in my life and what I'm concerned about and what scares me and what is happening that's unlawful and unfair and even, you know, criminal. Worse than criminal. It's like, what the fuck is this that's going on? It's like, it is a pandemic, but it's not COVID. It's not like a fucking respiratory infection. Like, it's something else. What the fuck is this that's going on? And when someone talks from a place of vulnerability and the only comments coming in are intrusive, predatory, mean, bullying for 2 hours, that's what you're reading and that's what you're seeing respond. Now my whole attitude has changed, right? Now I'm oozing with hate and, you know, saying things that I wouldn't normally say and behaving out of character. And this is the cycle that continues over and over and over and over and over again. It is, you know, what the fuck is going on here? Heather, fuck you, you stupid bitch. Okay, fuck everyone. You know, and that's it. It's genuine concern from me, leading to genuine intentional and obstruction of justice, of finding out what's truly going on, of the truth, of the facts, silencing the victims, hiding the truth, destroying evidence of the truth, to support this false narrative. And when they can't, when they become out of control, when the truth starts to pile up and that pile of truth becomes too tall for them to manage, too big for them to hide the fake shit, it goes to the abusiveness again. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's what people do when the truth comes out and it's too much for them to handle. They point the finger at whoever knows the truth and attempt to...
The fuck is she going on about? The truth? You know what the truth is? Like, everyone is just at home, living their normal lives, and you're driving around Chicago doing this. That's the truth. Ooh, that's the fucking truth. Anyways, where is Peanut Butter Jelly here? How do we know it's his birthday? Happy birthday, Peanut Butter and Jelly. If you're around.
To discredit that person and their character. Unfortunately, when you have
Wisconsin,
all of these modern advances in technology,
to the beat of Wisconsin,
and social media, and you can reach so many people with the truth, it becomes much more difficult to make a claim like this person.
I don't think people can block me. Can you block a creator and then type in their chat? Maybe he blocked me. I don't see him in chat. No, I don't see him anywhere.
Person is crazy.
I just seen people being like, "Happy birthday, Peanut Butter and Jelly." So where is he?
Really? Let's look at the facts. Has this person been reaching out for help for several years? Yes, she has. Has this been well documented? Yes, it has. Are there several thousands of witnesses? Yes, there are. You know, so I need more of that to be addressed. I need answers to all this shit, because it's all...
Can you? I gotta try that.
All public knowledge. It's all on the internet. It's all public record. It's out there. And I need some fucking answers. And I need to know where my children are and why they're...
No, he's just not in chat.
Continuing to be withheld.
Your kids are with your dads.
From me, and that they're okay. And that's it. I'm ready. Kittens. I've been ready. This has nothing to do with me at all. Period. Some people have purpose in keeping my children away from me. Now, let's talk about that for a minute. Anyone who...
Is it silly little kittens?
...has kids, let's talk about that. Let's say you've got 3 children. You're the mom. It's easy to keep your kids in line when they live with you, right? And you're seeing everything they do, right? What are you doing? You're not home. Get your ass here. Do your homework, you know? It's easy. Well, not easy, but easier. Now, what happens when you're trying to parent, but your children don't live with you? And there are other adults keeping your children from you. You don't know what your kid's doing. How could I possibly know what my child is doing if I'm not there? Why am I not there? Because I've been being beaten and abused by the system, my ex, and the show to discredit what happened to me. Okay?
See, that's saying shit like that makes people think that Dylan probably didn't beat you, because like we know that the system didn't physically beat you up and the show didn't beat you up. So when you group Dylan into two other things that we know for a fact didn't do that, that makes you look kind of stupid. It makes it what you're saying fucking stupid. It's metaphorically beating you up.
Why would they want to discredit what happened? Because there's a ton of liability. They've been
I don't even know what a Wisconsin accent sounds like.
sitting around watching it go on. There's
like Eric Foreman?
Documented proof of this ranging back 5 or 6 years now. So the only thing that they can do now is discredit me or pay out a shit ton of money and admit that they fucked everything up, right? Why would it be of benefit to isolate an adult from their child? Well, how easy is it to get an 8-year-old to do what you want them to do when they don't have any mom or dad there to tell them it's right or wrong? Real fucking easy. Even if the kid has been trained well or has good home training, and what I mean by that is use manners, take off your shoes at the door, etc. If they're a child and they don't have an adult actively encouraging them and coaching them to continue up those behaviors, they learn other behaviors, and those other behaviors may be negative behaviors. So when you isolate a child from their parent, it's easier to program and groom them into doing whatever the fuck you want them to do. And when you don't have the love and emotion for the child that a parent has, it's easy to groom them and push them into a direction that is not in their best interest.
So are we just driving back to wherever the fuck we came from? Are we just driving for no reason? We are just driving aimlessly, huh?
So again, it's now 1:30. I talk to my children every
Yeah, have you been trying to call them? You haven't been. You've been on fucking Facebook or Instagram Live bitching to us.
single day. I've been calling them over and over and over. I cannot get a hold of my youngest daughter, Alexis. I'm very worried and concerned. I don't know what else to do or say about that situation. I drove by the house multiple times. It doesn't look like there's any activity at all whatsoever. My 8-year-old would not be sleeping.
No activity at the house. Is she a fucking private investigator now?
Until 1:30 under normal circumstances. So here we are, December 26, 2021. More than 2 years after
the show.
My initial call for being held hostage and being separated from society and my ability to reach out. That's it. I don't really know what else to say. I want my kids back. I want to be fucking heard in court about why this happened in the first place. I want to be treated just and fairly. And I want the same for the rest of the world. So I hope you guys have a great day. Please, again, as I said, continue to record. If you're on my team, please continue to keep track of
Who the fuck was the team, man?
all of the names in the comments. Love to you too, sweetie pie. Thank you, will do. Of all of the names in the comments who continue to perpetuate this false narrative, who continue to attempt to silence the truth, who continue to attempt to conceal the exploitation and abusiveness of this situation. I love you guys. I'll check in with you probably next week or do another live. Yeah, probably later on in the week or next week. I don't want to do too many lives because then there's too much information out there and it's too hard for people to make sense of what's actually happening. So that's why I try to just keep it to very pertinent situations that I feel are necessary to be remembered. All right, guys. Love you. Love your shit. Look at these geese. You know I love geese. Hi, guys. Chilling. All right. Yeah, and finally, it's just very also uncomfortable that I just flat out become so numb that I go from absolute panic, feeling like there's something wrong with my child, to look at these geese. And again, that's a coping method, a coping mechanism.
I have to completely block out of my mind everything I think could possibly.
Oh my god, this is such a darker fuck thing. Oh, you caught me being happy? That's not me being happy. That's just like I haven't smiled in 7 years. It's just an illusion.
Be going wrong out there. Otherwise, I'm
The geese were placed there for a coping mechanism.
mobilized in fear and just sitting there crying. So, all right, guys, have a good day.
Okay, that's the actual end. That's the actual end. This is a good one, I think. But we have no time for it tonight. I gotta go. I'm gonna go. If Heather doesn't do anything, whoa, that's bright. If Heather doesn't do anything next week, we'll watch that. And Local Coco's gonna be uploading more throwback videos, including the police chase, so you guys should look out for that this week. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you guys? No. I mean, she's supposed to be out by, what was it, May 1st? She has on May 6th, technically. I don't know how eventful April is going to be. I guess April should just be looking for an apartment, right? Think she's going to succeed? Do you think she's going to find an apartment? Who knows? Who knows? Only time will tell. We'll do some Brooke stuff tomorrow because a court date's closing in. What else? I don't know what else to tell you guys. That's the plans. I will see you later. Later, Gators.